It was Mick that put myself and Mark, the other co-founder, in contact with each other in the first place, and that was when I started bringing some young offenders I was working with down to Fitzroy Lodge Boxing Club, and Mick said I could bring them down for free on a Friday evening and he'll get a trainer to work with them. So we had 2 kids, and then it just grew and grew and grew and grew, and eventually Mick said that we should set something up where we use my youth work and mentoring, and we use Mark's boxing coaching skills to try and make something a bit bigger than what we were doing on a Friday.
I learned off with Mick when I was at the gym. Mick and my coach Stuart, and then picked it all up myself. So when Mick passed away, I got thrown into the gym all by myself. So.
That's big shoes to fill, Mick Carney, isn't it?
Yeah, really big shoes. And you realise, you think, why he was like he was, because he had so much on his plate. As he didn't do what I was doing, like all the pads and that, he just used to tell us what to do. Right, get ready!
We decided we were going to set it up as a charity, and it then sort of grew from there. And what we're doing is very similar to what Mick used to do down at the boxing club, down at Fitzroy Lodge. So he'd have young people coming in and boxing, but he knew that boxing wasn't the be-all and end-all. It's setting them. He wanted to try and set them up for life.
Bring them knees up to your elbows. Concentrate. 1-2 roll.
We are figures of authority, but we're also figures of support as well, and I think that's a big difference. I mean, we do offer it to anyone and everyone that comes through the door. So a lot of the guys we're working with are very disadvantaged, come from real bad situations, but quite a lot of them that come through aren't from really bad situations, but maybe have had some sort of event that's happened that's caused them an issue in their life, and so we'll still offer them support. We won't say, oh no, you don't fit the criteria. We don't turn anyone away. You're always a member of Carney's community, but your role changes. Some of them are young people that we've worked with who've now completely come full circle, and they're now mentoring some of the other young people. What we sort of envisage is you've got Mick at the top of the triangle, then you've got me and Mark, then you've got some of the ones that we're helping, and then in about 5 or 10 years, you're going to have some of the ones that they're helping, and we're just going to have this sort of virtuous cycle of support and positivity coming from the young people that we're working with. That's the aim.
3, 2, 1, time. Right, ropes away, gloves are on.
Because we were struggling with finding employment opportunities, we decided to create some ourselves. So we've got a music studio, we've got a cafe, we're in the process of setting up a personal training, a social enterprise.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I'll say the goal of the company is just more or less to give something back to the community, to be an inspiration to the community, and also to show everyone that no matter what you've done, who you are, you still actually can do. All you've got to do is put the work in.
I think we want to keep it as a social enterprise, so then once we get to a certain stage with, do you know what I mean, building up our reputation, people that we've known from the area, whether it's been through mentoring them, seeing them come to the boxing session, whatever, we can say, you know what, there's a position here for you, do what we've done, kind of get your qualifications, and we'll take you on. Just keep that virtuous cycle, so it's just never ending, so it's always going around.
We've also got a couple of lads who've set up their own project, Get Fit Fast, so it's a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, and they're offering sports and fitness opportunities for under 11s.
Get fit fast. Get fit fast. Fit. Get fit fast. That's the 4th time I've just said that.
That was a nice one, wasn't it?
You've got the discipline, which is very positive, but I think it engages the young people well because it allows them an opportunity to demonstrate their masculinity, especially for the boys. They don't know their roles as men. A lot of them are coming from single parent families, and they're desperate for a way to demonstrate their masculinity. If we can get them in here training, they're able to demonstrate that in a positive way, and a lot of them love that. 2, 1, keep going. Stay in here. They'll start moaning otherwise, and it causes problems. Keep going, keep going, keep going. No stopping, no stopping. Callum came to us when he was 12, lots and lots of issues. There was a lot of offending going on in the family. He was on an ASBO, lots of problems.
He was getting in trouble a lot. Then obviously met Carney's community, and then was doing a bit of training with them, and then I went to Fitzroy Lodge boxing club, and then from there it just took off. Just loved it. Double, bang, 1, 2, roll. 1. Just used to always be mixing with the wrong people really on the road, and going down the wrong path. I used to be nicking bikes and just doing like always fighting, but over petty things and stupid things. And now I've just changed my life now.
1, 2, 1.
As soon as I got into the boxing,
2.
it just felt like, oh, this is me. This is where I want to go. Then I was used to go home and just watch all the big fights on the YouTube. I think, oh, this could be me. All at once, they was me, and now look where they are. So I was thinking, if they done it, I can do it.
If you didn't have boxing, where do you think you'd be?
Honestly, in prison. Yeah.
If you cheat yourself, not me. You done 20? 20 push-ups. What, 20? Do another 10 then. You can show me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9. 9, you got one more, you got one more.
We say to all of them, if you come in and we find out you've been fighting at school, you've been getting in punch-ups out in the street, then we're not going to teach you boxing because you're not using it in the correct way. You then have to earn your right back to do that again. I come from a background of youth work, but going into a boxing club, I've seen much better youth work in boxing clubs, much more support. I mean, when we had the London riots, you had Mark contacted all of the boxers at Fitzroy Lodge to check that they weren't involved in the London riots and were making their way down to training and not getting involved in stuff. You've got people like Sid Khan over at Earlsfield Boxing Club who takes the boxers for a run, 2-hour run on Christmas morning, and was out on Christmas Day trying to find a lad that we'd referred over to him who'd run away from home. So there were a lot of people out there that are doing loads of really good work that goes unrecognised because people just don't hear about it, and because people don't shout about it, they just see it as this is what we do, so they just get on with it.